What challenges did translating Das Kapital present to interpreters? Imagine trying to translate a work that combines complex economic ideas, philosophical thoughts, and political critiques all in one. That's exactly what interpreters faced when working on translating Karl Marx's Das Kapital. This book is not just a straightforward text. It's packed with dense language, new terms, and layered meanings that make translation a real challenge. One big obstacle was the technical language Marx used. He created new German words to describe specific economic ideas, like the value form. Translators had to come up with equivalent terms in their target languages that kept the original meaning intact. If they got it wrong, readers might misunderstand core concepts like surplus value or commodity fetishism. It was a balancing act between accuracy and clarity. Another challenge was the long, complicated sentences Marx often used. German syntax allows 4 very intricate sentence structures with many clauses. When translating into English or other languages, interpreters had to decide whether to stick closely to the original or simplify for better readability. Sometimes, the sentence structure had to be broken down into smaller parts without losing the original flow or meaning. Understanding the philosophical and historical context was also essential. Marx's work draws heavily from German philosophy, especially Hegelian ideas. Words like Aufhebung, which means a dialectical process of overcoming and preserving, are tough to translate precisely. Interpreters needed a deep grasp of these concepts to choose words that truly reflected Marx's intent. Capturing Marx's tone was another tricky part. His writing isn't just technical, it's also witty, ironic, and vivid. Translators had to find a way to keep that tone alive without making the text awkward or losing its sharpness. Overly literal translations could sound stiff, while too free might distort the original message. Maintaining the original meaning was vital because earlier translations sometimes changed key ideas. For example, misinterpreting the concept of labor time or surplus value could lead to misunderstandings of Marx's critique of capitalism. Translators had to be very careful to avoid these pitfalls. Adding to the difficulty was the fact that Marx revised Das Kapital multiple times. Different editions have slight variations, so interpreters had to decide which version to translate and how to incorporate Marx's notes and corrections. Sometimes, they had to rewrite entire passages to match his latest thinking. Cultural and political sensitivities also played a role. Translators wanted to make Marx's ideas relevant to different audiences without watering down his revolutionary message. They had to adapt language carefully, balancing accessibility with the original's critical edge. All these challenges show how important it is to stay true to Marx's critique. Accurate translation helps spread Marxist ideas clearly and keeps the revolutionary spirit alive. It's not just about words, it's about preserving the power of his analysis for future generations.